Hello buddies, welcome back to Capersway Tech. It's been a very long time since I uploaded a video on Master Series on my channel. So without any further delay, let's get to the main point. So I recently applied through Kaplan for Arizona State University. I already created an account using my Gmail credentials, but Kaplan had some other ways of applying. So I had to give them another Gmail ID. I sent my GRE, TOEFL scorecards, transcripts, SOP, resume, copy of passport, and even extracurricular activities supporting documents on November 1st. And they started the application process. On November 11th, I got a mail from Kaplan stating that they had pre-assessed my application for the CS program and they will be sending my application shortly. So the next following mail was my ASU account activation credentials called ASU Write user ID on November 13th, and I activated my ASU account. I also received an email from ASU that my application had been submitted on November 15th. It took 15 days for them to complete this whole process, which I didn't have much time for. On November 17th, I got another mail stating that please upload the pending tasks on priority section, that is the English proficiency and my university transcripts and the GRE scorecard. I was shocked by this email because I have submitted all my docs to the Kaplan team and they should have taken care of this long back. I mailed to Kaplan about this issue and they replied that it would take 10 to 12 days for the pending priority task to get updated on the my ASU login. That's the ASU website. So after 5 to 6 days, I once again checked my ASU account. GRE and transcript were cleared, but the TOEFL task was still pending on the pending task list. That's the priority task list. I mailed the CS department of ASU, so they gave me a reply stating that thank you for contacting ASU graduate admissions because you have worked with an agent to submit your application to ASU and they are responsible for your admission process. Please contact your college application agent for any questions regarding your application. This will eliminate any confusion in the admission process. They can assist with the things such as uploading new documents, checking on the status of your application, and checking to see if your documents have been received. Keep in mind that if your application is already in review with your chosen program, additional materials can no longer be uploaded for the admission review. Please let us know if you have any other questions and we would be happy to help. So this was the mail which I received from ASU. So two of my friends also applied simultaneously, that is on October 25th for the ASU CS program. Let's call them A and B. Person A has applied to the program by paying $115 and person B applied to the same program using third-party service like me for the application only for the advantage of application fee waiver. Person A has already got the admit on November 3rd week. During November 3rd week, at the same time, person B didn't even receive his ASU Write credentials. So what I want to conclude is that using third-party services for an application fee waiver is not a good decision because there are many consequences faced by my friend and me. So paying $115, it's around $8,700 for an application fees for ASU. I know it's costly, and if you want to use an application fee waiver, kindly mail the university regarding your problem and consult them about the app fee waiver. Or sometimes they also give an app fee waiver for students attending open house webinars conducted by the university. So you can use the fee waiver codes provided by the university rather than using third-party services like consultancies or any other programs. For example, I participated in the UCR webinar and I got a $40 discount on their application fee. It's not the whole amount, but at least some percentage you will be getting a discount. It's actually $140, so I got a discount of $40. Even for NYU and even for Stevens and even for George Mason, I got a 100% app fee waiver directly from the university through the mail. And for the George Mason and NJIT also, there's an app fee waiver because of Thanksgiving going on. So from my experience, what I say is that using app fee waivers directly provided by the college would be better, and kindly avoid applying through consultancies who have tie-ups with the university. Those who offer app fee waivers, because later there may be some problems which you may face. I'm not 100% sure about this problem because many of my seniors have done the same process and they got their admits, but me and my friends had the same experience, but I don't know the students who are applying through the same process. Many of them who applied through consultancies using app fee waivers didn't receive their decision. whereas others who paid and applied got their admission decisions. Finally, what I want to say is people who got their admit by applying through consultancies using their app fee waivers, please comment down below this video, because I would really love to connect with you and discuss about this issue which me and my friends and some other students are facing. So that's it for this video, guys. Like this video. As you all know, the YouTube algorithm will suggest my video to the people facing the same issues like you to get the answers. So comment your queries below. I'll try to answer them, and you can also connect me on Instagram or LinkedIn. I've posted the links in the description. Thank you, guys. See you in the next video. Stay happy and be positive. Take care. Bye bye.